It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. All that and more coming up next.
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today we've got an intriguing NFC matchup lined up here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by one of the most productive QBs in the last decade. It's year 10 for the Fresno Stater now. Here's Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
Right to the air is Carr. Olave holds it in. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
Shotgun now for Carr. The pass caught by Olave. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's 2nd and 3. Play action. Now it's Carr. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game. It will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Again, it's Kamara. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
How about this opening drive? Play number 12 now. This is 3rd down. Now Carr. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
Goes up how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. The kick by Maher is good, and the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay, because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. If there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, a formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Now Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Cousins now. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So on fourth down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 5 at their 49-yard line. Come on, let's go.
Throwing now is Carr. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Kamara up the middle. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
From the gun, it's Carr. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Carr completes it, and they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Brian Asamoah making the play defensively, meeting him behind the line for a loss.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing.
Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Saints are able to extend their lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up first and 10. Throwing is Cousins. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brings up second and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw his Carr. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. It wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Carr. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 8. Carr going to throw. That is incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Carr. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The Saints going to send out Blake Gillikin to punt on 4th down here. K.J. Osborne deep for Minnesota. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Osborne. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Middle of the field to Jefferson. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Let's go now. Let's go. They can't read us straight up.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Carr now on 1st down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Here's Carr to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. When you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Carr to throw again. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. On 1st down, Carr. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Carr again. Olave over the middle. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field from 28 yards out. Marr able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock. and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right,
this has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. On the return is Brandon Powell. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's second down. Cousins. Complete. Jefferson to target. And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as he'll get this across the 50 to the 49. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Again, it's Cousins. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Cousins. That is caught. And he will have the Vikings first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5. To throw, Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's second down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw taken in by Hawkinson here. And Hawkinson going to have the Vikings first down as he'll get it down inside the 25. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And they work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings! Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson, and the Vikings have got it back to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 13-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 73 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete there to Thomas. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Going right back to Michael Thomas. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now a toss, Kamara left side. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing his car on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. Olave holds it in. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And his throw is incomplete. This defense trying to do its part. Active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Here's Carr. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action throw.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Jamal Williams taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
You think back to 2022 with Detroit, Jamal Williams, just unstoppable down near the goal line. 17 rushing touchdowns, 13 of those were from 2 yards or less. He's just an absolute battering ram down in this part of the field, and he finishes off another drive in the end zone.
Carr will look to throw, and this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent, and that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 25-yard line.
Now Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Off the play fake, Cousins. This goes out wide from Madison. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Play action now. Cousins. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To the air again, it's Cousins. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Cousins now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 yards there on the play, as that'll lead to a 2nd and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation, because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. To throw is Cousins. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now Osborne to return it. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So Cousins and the Vikings down by 2 touchdowns. A little under 1:50 remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. That's caught by Addison. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd and 6 coming up. Cousins to throw it. That's caught downfield by Addison. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Well, they're not going to go quietly. That's a big play right there. 2 scores down. They're not out of this, but they've got to move.
2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Joseph connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Illegal touching. Offense.
A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Carr down to a knee, and now just about doing.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happier then.
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.